Hello, everybody. Will there be anyone coming on? Mm, Hi, Yvette Wilson. Let me know if you can hear me. This is my first live, so I'm not sure. Awesome. Awesome. So you're from Philly. I've been there. I think I've only been there once. Long time ago. My daughter was much, much younger. She's 25, almost 26 now, and she was 2 when I went. And of course, we did the tourist thing, saw the Liberty Bell and all of that. It was quite nice, though. So, are you working on anything? Oh, you're crocheting washcloths. Yeah, I did a few more sets too, and I think I'm going to do some more. And today I am working on this baby blanket that I have been setting it aside for the longest. So I figured, let me do a live chat, and then that way I can sit and work on it and hopefully get it finished. And I love these colors. I don't know if you can see what they are, but it's a purple and white color. And I'm using 2 skeins of yarn together, and it's a simple single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Real simple stitch. And it's the same stitch that I use for my washcloths too. And I'm using a P-hook to finish this blanket. But this is my easy go-to blanket when I want to do a blanket for somebody. I'm always trying to be creative, but this is quick and easy and it's still pretty. So other than washcloths, what else you been working on? Hey, Denisha. Thanks for coming. Thank you both for showing up. I was a little nervous to see if anyone would show up. Are you working on anything, Denisha? Oh, you're working on the washcloths for your ministry at church. That's cool. Hi, Consuelo. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Are you working on anything tonight? Oh, yeah, Back Day, she has a whole lot of things to work on. I believe she was the very first YouTuber that I watched and made something from. And she's a big time crafting YouTuber. She has over 500,000 subscribers now, which I think is so awesome. Let me see. Oh, Yvette's been sewing mask and headrest to match. Oh, how cool. Oh, your hands need to do something else, touch some yarn. I hear you. I don't like to sew. I learned how to sew when I was in high school, which was a bazillion years ago when they used to have home economics in school. And I really didn't like sewing. And she was so disappointed that I didn't go any further with it. But I just didn't like putting all those things together. And I just didn't like all that. And when I learned how to crochet, I'm always looking for something that I can just continuously do and I don't have to put anything together. I don't like putting things together. Uh, she's doing the minty poncho Miss Dana wears. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Consuelo, I'm making a white hat that you did a tutorial. Oh, cool. Which hat is that? Oh, thank you, Consuelo. Crochet by Sass. Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining. I just watched a lot of your videos. Hey, Creatively Created Crochet. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Denisha, you didn't like putting anything together either? I hear you, girl. Oh, you're doing the first motif. Oh, wow. I would just love to see how it turns out. Yeah, I'm a crocheter at heart. This is what I love to do. So this is what I've been doing for many, 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 many years. And um, YouTube really brought my skills up because there was a lot of things I would read a pattern and I just look at it like, what are they talking about? When I learned how to do front post and back post, first of all, I didn't even understand what they meant about a post. So I was like, what is this? So anytime I saw that, I was just like, okay, I know I can't do this. So moving on to something else. And then I watched a YouTuber, what's her name? Grandma. Glamma, I can't remember her channel, but she did some slippers and she did the front post and back post stitches, and that is when I understood what back post and front post meant. So now it's a breeze. So as I said, YouTube has brought my game up way, way high. Let me see, Dana. Okay, you'll post or email a photo. Cool. Yeah, Denisha says YouTube helped her too. Oh, no. It wasn't Glenda. It's oh, I can't think of her channel because she doesn't do crochet channels anymore. She went to selling that $5 jewelry And every now and again, she'll pop in and talk about her children, her grandchildren. And it's so funny. She just did a recent video. Oh, Glamma. Okay, yes, Glamma. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, the slippers. Um, but she talked about her grandchild. I believe she's 4 now, and I was like, oh my goodness, I remember when she was born. My, how time does fly. But she's such a sweet person. I really enjoyed. I learned a lot from her tutorials. She's real patient, and she never did anything that you really couldn't do, and I learned from her too. But I do like the Glenda Creative Grandma. I love her videos too. She's the ice yarn queen. She loves her ice yarn. Oh yeah, yeah. She does the paparazzi jewelry. Yeah, that's it. Um, when did I start my channel? I started my channel March 6th of this year. I don't know what came over me. I've been thinking about it, and I'm a big follower of Little John's Yarn and DIY Creations, and I got a lot of help with from Little John's Yarns, and it was very weird that day. I was supposed to have this guy come over and do my taxes, and I knew I had to wait for some more information. And then he and I were hitting and missing, and I said, "Oh, forget it. I've done my own taxes before. I'll do it myself." So I went ahead and did my taxes. And after I finished my taxes, I said, "Well, I guess it's time to start this channel." So I've been on YouTube since I think 2009, but to actually start my channel, it was this March. And so I went and turned on my phone and said, "Hi, I'm Gloria, Gigi the Crochet Queen. This is my," whatever I said, that's what I said. And it was like a minute and 30 something seconds video, and that was it. And then my videos after that, I kept trying to calm my nerves because I was very, very nervous. But I got through it. And I'm still learning. So every day is a challenge. I decided to do this live. I said, I don't know anything about how live works, but I'm going to figure it out. I asked my daughter, she's like, I don't know. I've never done a live before. So I said, okay, well, let's see what happens. And boom, it came on. So here I am. And here you all are with me. And I really, really appreciate it. And yes, thank you, Creative Created Crochet. Please thumbs up this video. And I see there are 7 people and I see 4 thumbs up. So some people missed their thumbs up. But overall, I've been learning a lot, and it is very time consuming to do the videos, work full time, and the hard part about videos is you want to try to do them so that you don't have to do a lot of editing. And when I first started doing my videos, I spent a lot of time on editing. And you can have a 15-minute video, and before you know it, it's taking you 2 hours to try to figure out, oh, I said that wrong, I did that wrong. Oh, so that's what I've been trying to work on mostly, is making sure that I try to be as concise as possible so I don't have to keep um, editing, because editing takes a lot of time. So let me see. I mean, the community is help. Yeah, the community is great help. You said Christy from the Secret Yarning might have Miss Glenda beat on how much yarn, ice yarn she has. Oh wow, I know. And I have a lot of yarn, but it's yarn that I've had for years. So I don't usually, I buy a little here and there, but I don't do those big hauls. I have yarn that I bought not even last year, the year before, I believe, when they do those packages like pound, you can get a pound of yarn for a certain amount of money, and I'm still using that yarn. And then it was the mill ends yarns, I believe, but I think I say, and I said this to Jeanette of DOY Creations. I said, I don't have to store this yarn because that's what the store is for, not my house. So that was one of the things. And I said, and America in general is a country of excess. Everybody thinks they have to have everything. You do a craft. I started jewelry. I went overboard. I bought tons and tons of all this jewelry making stuff. And what do I do with it now? Here and there, like I made these earrings, so I had to use the ear wire in the jump ring. The beads, I have so many beads and all that stuff. And it dawned on me, why? I could have just gone and bought what I needed, made what I wanted, and boom. But no, we buy a lot because as crafters, that's what we do. We buy because we have to do everything. We have to have everything. So boom. So I have everything I want for jewelry making, except for hammers and stuff that you can do to bang up real metal and stuff. I don't do any of that stuff. But for my crochet, I decided I'm not going to be keep buying all this yarn. I need to start working on using what I have. So that's what I pretty much do. I buy a little here and there, but I don't go overboard with it like I used to. Dana and Joe. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go back up. Let me see. Consuelo said, I did mine. What did you do? Are you talking about your taxes? I'm not sure what you said. I did mine. Or are you talking about the thumbs up? Maybe he's talking about the thumbs up. All right. Denisha said my first video was 10 seconds. Yeah, that first you get past those first few videos, then you're a little bit more comfortable. Gigi, I'm sure you met Dana and Joe in the crochet community. I'm not sure. Because and please forgive me because I'm not good at names. I don't remember names well. Um, Let me see. Consuelo said, I only have yarn, one purchase this year. One, okay. Hey, Distinctive Crochet Priscilla, how are you? You can't stay, but that's cool. Thank you for popping in to say hello. Uh, Consuelo say, I'm so close to so many stores in New Jersey. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm close to a lot of stores too. So if I need something, I'll go. But I don't need any more yarn. I have so much yarn now. I just need to put my creativity in together with the yarn and be creative with that. Oh, by the way, if you all watched my video about the cake that I purchased, that was $50. And half of that was just for the shipping because it came from the Netherlands. I finally did something with it. I made that scarf, and you probably can't see what the pattern is, but it's a picot um, trellis stitch. So it's picot trellis. It's really pretty. Let me get up so you all can see it. You can see my fat self. I love this. I really, really love this yarn. I'm just I was just so shell shocked about the price, but I don't know if you can see the stitch. It's too much. Let me turn it the right way so you can see it. Hope you can see that. But it's really this yarn, and I was on Just Frog It, one of her lives, and she said that she had bought some hand dyed yarn also, and it was like 33 bucks. I don't know if it's $33 or Canadian dollars or whatever, but hand dyed is definitely not cheap. But this is merino and silk. It's 20% silk. So I really like it. But I won't be doing that again. I'm gonna have to find someone local that dyes. Oh, Dana. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah, she's Dana. Yeah, I remember because she and I have been texting back and forth. Yes, and Joe is your husband. Okay, okay. Who else is there? Who else is there? All right, thank you, Consuela. Yeah, I really like. I find I frogged this thing so many times. I thought I was going to ruin it. And oh, you wouldn't even know this is wool. It is so soft. It works up so nicely. Considering I must have frogged it 7 times, you would think with um acrylic yarn, it would be all fuzzy and stuff. If you frogged it that many times, it'd be all out of shape. But this frogged, it doesn't snag, it doesn't split. It was beautiful to work with. But like I said, I'm gonna have to find someone that's in the area, which I doubt it because I'm in South Florida and this is not our thing. But I really like how it turned out. I love the stitch, and I used every bit of that cake except for a string about that long. That is all that I did not use of that. So I'm happy. Let me see. She said, "Thank you, Dana." She says it's gorgeous. Denisha said it's a beautiful yarn, but I don't know if it's, it's $50 beautiful. I know, I know, I know. But I helped someone that's, it didn't come from a store. It came from someone that took their time, and it's got some like specks of orange in it and stuff. I thought it was going to be purely yellow because that's what I was really looking for. But it's got some specks of orange in there. But lesson learned. Lesson learned. So let me get back to this blanket. Are you working on anything, Dana? Let's see. Go ahead and see. Did you think you might dye yarn? No, ma'am. Consuela is asking me that. No, ma'am. I have no desires to do that. Thank you, Denisha. Yes, my heart was in the right place. My pocketbook said, "What are you thinking?" But it's done now. Yeah, it was out of my price range too. I didn't realize that the shipping was going to be that high. I shipped a whole box of yarn to someone, and it cost me $40, and I wanted to cry, and I never got anything back of a thank you or I got it. So I don't know if they got it or not, but when they calculated that shipping, I was like, "What?" I'm just I don't ship very often, so I'm just shocked every time you ship out anything. And I think that's what deters me from ordering online because shipping is ridiculous now. So if I can't find something that says free shipping, I tend to stray away from it. Just like I was looking for some dark green cotton yarn because a friend of mine is a big fan and he wanted me to make a mask for him. And I couldn't find any cotton yarn that was dark green. And I went on to the web and lots of places had it, but they all had, and I just like, I can't pay this much for 2 skeins of yarn just to have it shipped to me. And I ended up finding some on Joann's site, so I had to go pick it up. because they only did curbside. They didn't let you in the store, and it really wasn't the yarn that I wanted, but I got it anyway. It worked out. He liked it. I liked it for him, so I was happy. And then I went to Walmart one day, and boom, they had 2 skeins of dark green yarn. I was like, yay! Because now I can do a mask for myself because I too am a big fan. So it all worked out. I didn't have to pay those extraordinary shipping charges. I'm a cheapie now. After that experience with that yarn, I am a cheapie now. All right, Priscilla, thanks for stopping in. See you tomorrow at DOY Live if she does her live. Oh, your in-laws are in the Netherlands. Oh, cool. Consuelo says her in-laws are in the Netherlands. Um, oh, hey, I bring it. Thanks for stopping in. Are you working on anything, I bring it? And what's your name? I'm gonna have to write this down, put names to YouTube channels. That way I'm not just saying your YouTube channel name. So where in the Netherlands are your in-laws? And don't forget to thumbs up if you're in the chat. I'd appreciate it. We've been having some really, really bad storms here past couple of days. My electricity went out Thursday for 5 hours. It was struck by lightning. So it took them 5 hours to get it back on again. And, in South Florida, it's hot, it's raining, so the humidity is coming up. And I was like, oh, please, I went and sat in my car and turned the car on so I could charge up my phone. And finally, it came on. Plus, I could use my air conditioning in the car. But 5 hours. So my friend said, welcome to hurricane season, because that's pretty much how things happen around hurricane season. Hurricane comes through, boom, you lose your electricity. That's South Florida. Okay, I bring in, her name is Kelly, and you're doing a blanket with blanket yarn, which I hate. Oh, I hate that blanket yarn too. I don't like using all those big bulky yarns, and I have plenty of it sitting around looking at me like, when are you going to do anything with me? I'm like, whenever. Denise says she hates it too. She say the gifts. I'm not sure what the gifts are. Yeah, I don't like the blanket yarn. I buy it and I use it, but it's definitely not my favorite. And I think like this is 3-weight yarn, but it's 2 together, and it's so soft. I love this ice cream yarn. Hi, Valdry Hall. Oh, you're in Jacksonville. I am in Deerfield Beach, which is right next door to Boca Raton, Florida. I call them the beautiful people. They have the most money. West Palm Beach, that county has the most money in Florida. Who was it? Kelly. I bring it is Kelly. I like that. I bring it. You lurk a lot? All right. You can lurk. That's cool. Oh, someone gift you some white blanket yarn and you used it for 45 minutes. I gave it to her. Oh, you wrapped it up and gave it to a friend of yours. Oh, wow. Mm-mm, no, no. And you look at it and you think it's gonna work up real nice and stuff. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. They can keep that. I hope your friend appreciated that blanket yarn. Do any of you have the Addy machine or the Consent Centro? I have both of them. Again, another buy that I could have kept the money in my pocket. I mean, I used them, but it's not like something I'm going to use on a regular basis. But I bought it. I bought them, I should say, because it was the talk of the town. But I still prefer to get my crochet hook and my yarn and live my best life. Something else I was going to say. Do any of you knit? I don't like, I've never learned how to knit. I've never had any interest in knitting, but I know a lot of people that crochet, they also knit or at least try to knit, but I, I don't do it. I try to stay in my lane, my crochet lane. It's just what makes me happy. So I stay with what makes me happy. I don't need any more frustrations to add to my list of frustrations. You and your in hook kept fighting with it. I know. Um, and I watch Jeanette of DOY Creations. That is, I think the N is her favorite hook. She likes big hooks because she likes, like she says, she likes to get things done fast, so she uses big hooks. But I try to stick with the between the H and the J's. That's my good spot. Um, Valdry said her mom likes to knit, and she tried to show her, but it's not her thing. No, not mine. Consuelo says I can knit and sew, but my first love is crochet. Yay! I feel you. Let me see. What have I made with the machines? I knit first. Wearables look better knitted. Okay, yeah, they because I think their stitches are a lot tighter. But the only thing I've done with those machines is make a hat. That's all I can do with them. I've what's her name? Jojo Juju. I watched her video because I had to find a video that would show me how to cast on. And I kept going to from video to video. Finally I came upon her. At first I found a man, his name is something Frost. I can't remember his first name, but he had the little Centra, and he was like, "Oh, this is how you do it." And he boom, he had his hat done. I was like, "Okay, let me see if I can do that." And I'm still crank, crank, crank. I'm the same way with crocheting. I think I'm the slowest crocheter in town. I watch Jeanette, and if you all know OVW, she is huge. She is so fast at crocheting. I said, "Boy, I wish I could crochet that fast," but I don't. I crochet at my own speed. I learned from an old lady, and I guess I crochet like an old lady. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much what I'll use those machines for. I opened my Etsy shop because I said I really need to try to sell some of this stuff because I crochet every single day and I'm making something. So I said when I got those, I said I can at least make some hats And my sister works at a nursing facility, a skilled nursing facility. She's in Georgia, so the past couple of years I've been crocheting hats and sending them to her so that she can give them to the people in the facility. And so I said, when I got those machines, that would probably be the way I'll do it. Instead of crocheting all those hats, I'll just put them on the machine, and within a half an hour, I got a hat made. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I've seen other things that have been done with them, but I tried to do the slipper once, and I did do it, but it looked like a wears the Joker or someone that wears the one that turns up. That's what it looked like. I was like, oh, this is horrible, but it was done. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I write. Shanisha, he did very much. He turned around and used some of that yarn to make my last grandson a blanket. Oh, okay. Cool. Um, yes, I learned how to knit when I was 12 years old. Knitting was very easy compared to learning how. Really? Denise, you think it was easy? No, I guess when I look at those two needles, they just intimidate me. I don't know. One hook is good for me. And Suela says she made 9 blankets with the blanket yarn for Christmas gifts. Oh, wow. All right. Oh, I started knitting at 10. Wow. That's good. So you have 2 skills you can work with. When you get bored with one, you can go to the other one. Oh, so Denisha said on punishment one day, and so my mom taught me how to knit. Oh, my Cabbage Patch, and had brand new clothes, and I just thought I was all that. All right, girl, that's good. Your doll said, "Oh, we are all dressed up all pretty." I see some of the books that I have from crocheting that I've collected over the years, and they make all these outfits for Barbie dolls and stuff. I was like, nope, I don't do doilies. I don't do little clothes like that. That's just too much counting for me. Yeah, I don't do those little things like that. But that's good. You can make all kinds of stuff. I just wanted the one of the I'm glad that when I see the younger ladies crocheting and they make such the sexier outfit stuff that this old lady can't be wearing anymore. But it makes my heart just warms my heart when I see the younger people crocheting because at least I said it won't be a dying skill because the young girls have taken it to a new level. Denisha says she crochets more. Oh, you just made your grandson some clothes for his door. Good for, I'm sure he appreciates it. I don't know if any of you follow Chasing Sunray. She was one of the ones that I enjoyed her videos too. And then she was radio silent for a while, and then she came back recently, but she hasn't put out very many videos. At least I haven't seen very many since she started back up again. But I'm happy that she's back. She's very creative young lady. Let me see who. I forgot already. Who said they live in Jacksonville? I forgot. I have CRS. I had to put names to cities so I'll know where everybody is. I'm hoping to put out some tutorials this week. My brain is ticking, trying to figure out what I'm going to do this week. Is anyone else uploading videos? Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. What part of Pennsylvania are you? Babies are funny once they know I crochet and they think I can make anything, so I make it for them. Ah, oh my goodness, you got grandbabies. Oh my goodness. No, I don't know if I'll ever be a grandmom. That's all right. My daughter needs to get her life together before she starts bringing children into this world. Lancaster and Reading. Okay. Oh, Denisha's in Massachusetts. Okay. That is in Philly. How's the weather in Philadelphia? What part of Massachusetts are you in, Denisha? I don't know if I can scroll back down. All right. That let me see. That area of Pennsylvania. That must be northern Pennsylvania. Is that Lancaster area? Is that in northern Pennsylvania? Oh my goodness, you're 44. Your kids are out of the house. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Oh. Hey, Iris Perez Crochet. Your first time here. I'm first time here too. This is my first live. But thank you for joining me. You're in California. What part of California? Oh, Worcester near. Oh, okay. My previous supervisor, that's where she's from. Worcestershire. I can't say it. She knows how to say it. That's her area. But that's where she's from. Oh, that's southern Pennsylvania. Okay. In Southern California, we got Southern California, I'm in South Florida and Southern Pennsylvania. Cool. Oh, you started young. Yeah, I started old. I was 33 when I had mine. So go figure. Ah, and she's my one and only. Some days wish I had another one, but most days I'm glad I only have one. I think I would have lost my mind with two. Being a parent is no joke and it never, never ends. I remember my mom saying that you never stop being a mother, and she was right about that. Yeah, Worcestershire. Yep, there are advantages to both. The advantage for me is I was settled enough to raise a child. Because my younger days, I was out there having fun, couldn't slow down. My daughter is 25. She'll be 26 August 25th. Yes, Iris, it is cool that you get on my first live. I appreciate it. I was like, oh, I hope somebody shows up, as had no idea how the live thing works. So I just took a gander and said, okay, let's figure this out. Yeah, you counsel them. Yes. Yep. If mine could just get a job, that would make me so happy. So happy. And of course, we're back at another bad economy, so jobs are scarce yet again. But you know, when they're teenagers, they think you don't know anything and they know everything. And the more you tell them, the more they go against you. And I think now at her age, she probably sees everything that I tried to tell her she should have listened, and she would be a lot further along in her life than she is. But as I always say, you live and you learn. Your oldest is 25. Yeah. My sisters are both grandmoms, and I'm the oldest sister. So they became grandmas before me. But of course, they too started. I was the last one to have a child. Iris Perez says she's camera shy. I just have one video on channel and I don't come out. I was embarrassed and nervous just talking. Imagine me being in the video. Oh, come on. What am I crocheting? I'm crocheting. This is a baby blanket. It's a simple stitch. I hope you can, it's purple and white. I'm using this ice cream yarn. Let's see. Yeah, the ice cream yarn. And I'm using two skeins together because it's lightweight. It's a 3 lightweight yarn, but this is a very simple stitch. It's single crochet chain, 1 single crochet. That's all it is. I used the same stitch when I made my washcloths too. But I started this, who knows how long ago I started this, and I said, well, while I'm doing the live, I will work on this blanket and hopefully I'll get it done. But I don't have anyone to gift this to. I don't know anyone that's having any children. So I probably will put it on my Etsy shop, but can't put it on there for 25 bucks, that's for sure, because this is a lot of work. Thank you, I braked. I bring it. I bring it. I'm sorry, I said I break. Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. And Iris, you should not be. I mean, like I said, my first couple of videos, I was just a nervous wreck, just a nervous wreck. But I said, if this is something I want to do, I got to get over those nerves. And I got over the nerves, and that's why I said, well, let me try out the live. See, when you're in your own comfort zone, then it's not too bad. You bet. That's wonderful. Oh, Yvette, your daughter is 40 and your grandson is 20. Oh, wow. Let me see. To be fair, my son had his first child at 17 and my daughter at 16. Oh, okay. Wow, pretty. I'm also making a baby blanket right now, and I'm also using purple and white. Wow. See, great minds think alike. Yes, ice cream yarn is beautiful. I bought, that was like a little haul for me, and I bought I think 4 or 5 of the different colors. And when I saw the purple, because if you've been watching any of my videos, who is my favorite artist? Let me see who's going to say first. Who's my favorite artist? Ah, I do this. This is, I have always have a project going. I work from home, so I put a project by my desk. So in between telephone calls and doing other things. That's right, Yvette. It is the Purple Highness Prince. Um, but um, so I have a project there, and then I put a project um, next to me where I sit and watch TV. And then I come into my workspace, my little craft room here, and I always have something going. So I got plenty of projects going, and I need to get a lot of them finished. So this one, hopefully, I'll get finished to this weekend. So I can. I doubt it though, because it's not even big enough yet. It barely covers my top, so I got a lot of work to do on this one. Okay, so I Kelly says she's gonna have to get some ice cream on. Yeah, it's really nice. I really like it. Oh, Denisha, you were 36 when you became a grandmother. Wow. Oh, Kelly says she saw Prince once in Philly. I saw. Let me see. I think yeah, I think when they had I can't remember. I don't think he did a concert when they had the Super Bowl down here, but I did see him. He came to the Hard Rock Stadium. I mean, the Hard Rock Hotel or whatever it's called, and he performed there. And I was so. I just love Prince. Love Prince. And I went to Paisley Park after he passed away. My friend and I, my bestie friend, I talked to him. I told him I wanted to go to Paisley Park, and he says, "Okay, I'll go." So we went to Minnesota in August because it was a birthday gift for myself, and it was quite overwhelming. I didn't realize I would break down crying when I got in there, but I just fell apart because I really did. When I heard about his passing, I was I was like, I think I was just stunned because he had been doing things. I kept seeing him here and there, and I remember when he had that episode in Georgia, my niece sent me a message that he had a medical emergency. I was like, what? So when he passed away, my friend sent me a message, and I was like, oh no, no. So when we went to Paisley Park and we went in there, and I was really happy and had all my purple on, and I even had gotten my hair braided in purple braids and stuff. And the lady was talking to us and taking our ticket and stuff. And before you know it, I fell apart and I started crying. And she started rubbing my back, and she's like, I understand. We go through the same thing. And they gave me tissue. And my friend, he was standing to the side. He told me, he's like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't expect that. I said, I didn't expect it either. So I got my good cry out while I was there. But his house, let me tell you, this man, when I say a genius, that he that he was, that he was. And God rest his soul, because he is one artist that truly, truly will be missed. But I follow his channel, his YouTube channel, and I get all those videos, all his old stuff, and I play it. They actually did um, a whole 2 hours of his music on YouTube. I sat and listened to the entire 2 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours of straight Prince music. And I listened to every single song. So, yes, I love Prince. I also love Luther. I was quite distraught when he passed away. I was in New Orleans at the Essence Festival when we got the news that he had passed away. And I fell apart. And my girlfriend was there. She was rubbing my back. And there was some guys next to us, and was like, what's wrong with her? A man leave her? And my friend said, no, Prince died. I mean, not Prince, sorry. He says, no, Luther died. He's like, what? And he had I had washcloths in their pockets, I guess. I don't know. I guess that was their thing. So one of them pulled it out and gave it to me. I was a wreck. But I'm very happy that I at least got to see my favorite artist perform. So that I can check off. Because a lot of these young artists dying way too fast and too young over foolishness. So, who else? Consuelo says she loves Prince too. Yes. Yes. Oh, do I do any other needle crafts? I can embroider if I go back and watch a video, but I don't do it. The mask that I made for my friend, he wanted something to represent the 5 championships that they made, that University of Miami won. And so I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna make this? I couldn't. And then I was like, oh, embroidery. So I had to go and find a YouTube channel to show me how to do the French knot. So that's what I made, the French knots to represent the 5 championships. Don't knit at all. Needlepoint, nope, nope. Crocheting is the only thing I do. Let me see. Prince is so cool. It was pouring down rain at the Super Bowl. He was performing. He did not miss a beat. Girl, don't you know it? Don't you know it? And I volunteered that year for the Super Bowl, but not to be out there in the rain, but just, I was at the airport, being the social meet, not so, what do you call them, being the social butterfly, being the welcome, part of the welcome to South Florida thing. So yes, Mr. Prince went out there, had his little um, bandana tied around his head, and he showed up and showed out, honey. You couldn't tell that. And when you go and do his the tour of his house, they have that showing the when he did the Super Bowl. So it's really cool. The house is cool, and like his wait, it's a club. It's like a club. He has a club. Yeah, it was a club in his house. And if you watch any of his videos and see, and it'll say Paisley Park, that is in his house. That is in his house. I always thought Paisley Park was like a park, an outdoor thing, but no, it is in his house. And when you go to the bathroom, you feel like you have been in a club, because the bathroom, if I haven't been to a club in years, but when I walked into that bathroom, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is truly like a club." So yeah, he was the man, that's for sure. I wish I lived in Minnesota when he would do his lives because I'd be right there in there to see him. Every time his lights shine purple, I'd be like, "What? We gonna have a concert tonight?" So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Let me see. You missed that show. Saw Luther. I saw Luther a lot of times. A lot of times. He never failed to awe me. Never. And one year when he was at Essence, my one of my girlfriends, she had never seen him before, and she's like, "Oh, Luther man." I said, "Listen, when you see Luther perform, you will always know nobody can hold a candle to Luther when it comes to his performance." And he was a big man, he was a skinny man, it didn't matter. Luther, he performed. You see, you know, the word says to everything there is a season and a time and a purpose under heaven. That is so true. Thank you, Miss Tanisha. That is so true. I'm grateful for every day I get to spend and enjoy and appreciate the goodness that the Lord has provided for us all. I was telling, I posted on Facebook that I just love hearing the birds chirping because you just didn't hear them as often as before. And now when we were all on shutdown, it was like the birds were like, "Thank you, we can breathe now. Thank you all for sitting at home." So you hear them and my hear the birds chirping. So one of my friends says, "They're loud." I said, "Yes, they are." That's because they get a chance to chirp now and sit and not be bothered by us humans. Our beaches cleared up so pretty. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think our beaches could be that pretty, but they are. But now they're open back up again so they'll go back to looking cruddy again. But this is my thing. I certainly am a grateful lady. I don't sit around and whine about what I can't and cannot do. I'm just grateful I can wake up every morning and say, "Yep, today's a new day," and I move on. So other than crocheting and knitting, what else do you ladies do? Kelly says she needs the beach. I hardly ever go to the beach. When we were younger, my parents would take us to the beach a lot, but as an adult, because I work so much too, it's very seldom that I go to the beach. It's probably been ooh probably longer than that since I've actually gone and gotten to the water. It's been a long time. I probably can't even fit into my bathing suits now anyway, since I've gained all this extra pounds sitting around doing nothing. Even though I've worked from home for the longest, but when you have a routine on the weekends, you go, you walk around, you do things, you run your errands and stuff, and then all of that got nipped in the bud because there was nowhere to go. There weren't any stores open. Nobody was letting you in, so you don't realize how much just that little bit of activity makes a difference in your life. So, but then I said, well, time for me to start at least walking around in the house so I can start trying to drop some of this weight. But so that's what I've been doing. And one of my friends, she lives in Houston. At 5 o'clock, I call her and we talk and walk for 15 minutes. She's been brushing me off these last few days, but I still been doing my walking. There's a lot of sharks now. I saw that too. Kelly says there's a lot of sharks now. Yep, they've showed schools of sharks, and they're close. They're not like out in the way out. They're close to. If you got into the water, they'd be close to you. I don't know if is it mating season. I don't know. I don't know anything about animals. I don't watch the animal. I watch. I do. I take that back. I do watch one show on the Animal Channel. The Vet Life. I like them. I when I went to Houston to see my friend, I went to their clinic to meet them, and that was fun. They were really nice doctors. So, and I do like Texas, but I don't want to live there. They flood big time, and I don't want to go to. I'm a Floridian, and I love that we have sunshine and hot weather 95% of the time. I don't like cold weather at all. There was when I used to work at the hospital, there was a social worker. She was from, I want to say she was from West Virginia. I can't remember exactly, and she moved back up north. She said she could not adjust to there not being any seasons, any changing of the seasons. I said, yeah, it's hard. Like people can say, oh yeah, in the wintertime this happened, or in the springtime this happened, or in the fall this happened. I said, but in South Florida, it's pretty much summer all year round. We have few cold days, and sometimes it gets really cold, but majority of the time it's just hot. So if you have to think about, oh, when did something happen? You just have to remember what month it was, what day it was. Can't say it was in summertime or the springtime. You can say that, but it really doesn't matter because we really don't have that. We go from a nice springtime to a hot, hot summer because the past couple of months has been in the high 80s, 90s, where everybody else is just getting around. Like this is the first day of summer. So, ooh, the beach. Yes, Denisha says. Yeah, we have a lot of people that love the beach. I'm grateful that way. At least I have the option if I do want to go out to the beach. But I have friends that love, love, love. That's their stroll of the night. They drive out over to the beach and take a stroll at night because of the nice. It's a beautiful, nice breeze. I've always wanted to go to a hotel on the beach and just get a room and open up my balcony door and listen to the waves. Haven't done that yet, but that's always been on my to-do list. I wanted to do it for my birthday one year, but I never got around to it because I always seem to go out of state somewhere for my birthday. This year, I will not be going anywhere. I'm a little chicken to get on the plane to go anywhere. So this will definitely be a stay-at-home birthday for me. Oh, you're originally from New York City, so you know cold. You sure do know cold. I went my friends and I when Oprah used to have her talk show, I got tickets for us. And the first we actually were lucky enough to go twice. So the first time we went, it was in November. And if anybody knows Oprah, her show is in Chicago. And so in November, it wasn't so bad. It was, it was in the 40s. It was tolerable. It was a little rainy and stuff, but it was cool. We were happy. We didn't complain about anything. Then the next time we went, it was in January. Oh my God. When you say Southern people from South Florida did not adapt well to that really, really cold weather, no. We were miserable. It was so cold, and I wanted to see, Michael Jordan's statue, and I don't even know where any of those pictures are now, because that was long before I ever had a cell phone or anything like that. I may have did I? I don't even know if I had a cell phone, but anyway, we went to see, his statue, and I was wearing contact lenses at the time, and we were out there, and I took the pictures. So we had to wait for the bus because we didn't do a taxi. We were just waiting for the bus to come, and we were freezing out there. And when the bus finally came, and we got on the bus because I was so cold, I just started tearing up, tearing up, tearing up, tearing up because my contact lenses were starting to warm up, and I guess I was tearing up. I don't know, but whew, let me tell you, Chicago cold ain't nothing to play with. I don't know how those people stand all that cold weather. There isn't just I could not live there. I am they can keep that. But I bet you that it'd be an easier place to sell crochet items than in South Florida. I feel like I'm the only person in Florida that crochets. I haven't I taught one of my friends how to crochet, but she really every now and again she'll make blankets for her friends that are having children, but she really hasn't gone past that. And I don't see when I go to festivals, every now and again I'll see some ladies with crocheted halter tops on and things like that, but pretty much you don't see a lot of it here in South Florida. It's hot, 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 hot here. That's why I bought that. My last purchase was that cotton blend yarn because that's really good to make halter tops and stuff with, and you can at least be cooler than that acrylic yarn. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, what is going on with anybody else? Who's traveled out of the United States? And what's your favorite place that you've been? Oh, Kelly says Hawaii. Yes. I went to Hawaii a bazillion years ago. My daughter was 8 months old. So it tells you how long ago that was. It was very, very, very nice. Which island did you go to? My girlfriend and I went to South Africa back in 2008. It was a 10-day trip. Oh my God, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was beautiful there. It was just, it is, I can't top that. Can't top it. Oh, you went to Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Oh, wow, you did a big old trip. Hey, Lisa darling, Chicago in the house. What? We were just talking about your city. I was just talking about it. Ah, all right, mate. So, does that mean you are in Australia? Oh, yes, Lisa, go to Africa. It is so worth the trip. Um, I I we took so many pictures. It was so much fun. We went to Cape Town first. I think we were we there 3 days? 2 or 3 days we were in Cape Town. And then we went to Johannesburg, and we didn't spend a lot of time. I really wish we had spent more time in Johannesburg, but we didn't. And then we went to Durban, and I called Durban Dirty Durban because it wasn't that clean to me. But we had a fabulous time, and then we did a safari. I was really disappointed because I really wanted to see a lion, but when we went out early that morning, no lion was there. And then the people that had gone the next day, they got to see the lions. I was like, no, we never saw the lions. But we had a great time. The food was good, interesting food, but it was good. We went when we went to Soweto, they gave us a feast there. It was fabulous, fabulous. Let me see, Dana. I don't know anything about that. Is that Danny? I'm seeing Danny. It's Danny. Okay. So South Africa is the furthest I've been, and then Hawaii would be the other furthest I've been. And then I was in Germany. But I was in Germany because I was in the military at the time. I was in the army, and I've been to Germany. I've been to Italy. I've been to um, let me see. I can't remember. It's been too long. Okay, Danny, you're Irish. Are you Irish? Let me see. Why can't I think of all the places I've been? I really wanted to go to Spain, but I never got a chance to go to Spain. So I used to collect lladros. They're porcelain figurines, and they're made in Spain. And I wanted to go to their factory, but I never got a chance to go there. I did meet one of the brothers. He came to one of the jewelry stores, and I got one of my lladros signed by him. So I used to collect those. Don't anymore because they are definitely out of my price range now. But I have enough of them to adore. Let me see. Where else have I been? Um, hmm. Oh, I've been to Belgium. Been to Belgium and had a lot of trouble in Belgium because they speak French, and I was not. I was definitely out of my element. Could not understand a thing they were saying. I needed to get gas. I had no clue. It was a hot mess to say the least. Oh, Dubai. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to do a whole lot of traveling too. Oh, and of course I've been to the islands because I'm do cruises and stuff. Now I won't be on a cruise ship anytime soon. But I've been to the islands. But after my trip from South Africa, I developed a blood clot in my leg, and it went into my lungs, and I was in the hospital for a week. So after that, I was like, I think those long flights are out for me now. So I'm a short flight girl, so I won't be doing any extended traveling via planes. So you all enjoy your travels for me. Think of me as you fly away, fly away. Danny, I cannot say I'm going to listen to it because I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Consuelo says, flying is dangerous. Oh, driving in Florida is just as dangerous as flying. Driving here, ah, between the young people and the old people, I am caught in the middle. Let me see. Yeah, definitely, definitely. That's why I don't fly anymore. I did, excuse me, after that episode, and I was on the anticoagulants, and it was, right before the inauguration. So my doctor told me, okay, because I wanted to see President Obama's inauguration. I was determined. And he says, just make sure you get up and move. He says, you can't be stationary. So he says, he let me take the flight. So, and I mean, that's not a long flight, but, I was just still early on into having that clot. So, but I wanted to see that and I got to see it. And I was one of the millions of people that were there. It was awesome. Another extremely cold day. Woo, it took me hours to thaw out from being out there all day long. But I can check that off my bucket list. Never have to go to another one of those. Yep. Kelly says blood clots and planes don't mix. They sure don't. Consuelo says she lived in Florida too. It's really dangerous. It sure is. I definitely try to stay off the road as much as possible. I'm really happy that I get to work from home because that driving is, and the few times I have to go out, I always forget how much traffic we have here. And then I'll go and it's like, oh yeah, I'll just go and make this run. And before I know, it's like, oh my God, look at who are all these people? Where'd they come from? Oh, your daughter went to his inauguration too? Oh, cool. That is so cool. It was such a momentous. It's something that you just never, never will ever forget. So that's my I was stationed in Washington D.C. when I was in the Army, um, and I never really appreciated that town when I was there. And then I have to spend money and go and see all the things I could have seen while I was stationed there for 3 years. But I took my daughter a few years ago, another birthday gift for myself, but her birthday is in August as well. So I went there. Hello, Antoinette. How are you? Thank you for joining. Please make sure you thumbs it up. Um, but I took her when she was younger because she was in elementary school, and the they were learning about money, and she was so fascinated. She's like, "Mommy, um, President Lincoln is on the back of the penny." So when I took her when she was younger, and so when she saw it, she was like shocked how huge the statue was. Because you look at a penny and you're a little person, you're like, oh, okay, it's right there on the penny. And then when you see it in real life, it's like, oh my God, this thing is huge. So I got to take a picture of her next to it. It was fun. She was quite overwhelmed with it all. And then the next time that we went, I went because I wanted to go into the Capitol. So we went to there, went so we could tour the Capitol. And that was when they had the museum, and we went and toured some of the museum. You could be in the museum for weeks, probably, and not see everything that's there. But then they closed the museum, which I was really sad to hear that because I thought it was an awesome place. But I guess they didn't have enough paying people to come in there. And there's so many free things that you can free museums that you can go to. So I guess, but I thought that was an awesome place. They had pieces of the wall that came down in Eastern Germany. It was pretty cool, but it's no longer there. Antoinette, where are you from? So my goal is to at least visit all 50 states in the United States of America. And I have the highest I've been on the East Coast is um, Connecticut. Yeah, I think that's the highest I've been on the East Coast, Connecticut. And then I've been to California. So that's well, way west is Hawaii. So I hit those. Oh, yeah, Kansas City, Missouri. That's where not Kansas City, but I went to basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. The show me state. That's all. He said, show me, show me, show me. That's all we used to say. I am working on a blanket. It'll be a baby blanket, but it's a simple stitch. It's just single crochet, chain one. But I think it works up really pretty for a simple stitch. And I'm using the ice yarn in the color grape. Not the ice yarn, ice cream yarn. The Lion Brand ice cream yarn. That's what I'm using. And I'm using two skeins together because they're a 3 lightweight. Oh, your husband had basic training there too? Yes. And stupid me. Here I am, the girl from South Florida. I decided, oh, I'll go in the wintertime because I haven't seen snow. Boy, let me tell you, that was the dumbest thing I could have ever done. I, from that moment on, I said, if I never see snow again, it won't be too soon. We had so much snow, and I think which would turned out pretty good because of all the snow. We didn't have to do a lot of that confidence course thing that they make you do in basic training because it was too much snow. I was like, okay. So when I used to talk to people when I got to Permanent Party, which was at Walter Reed in Washington D.C., and you hear people talk about their basic training, I'd look and say, boy, we had it good. We didn't do any of that stuff because it was too cold. It was either too cold or too much snow. But they did take us over to so we could see what it looked like. But I was like, what was I thinking? I wasn't. I ended up getting frostbite in my hand. It was terrible. Terrible. I said, forget this. I don't ever want to see snow again. Antoinette said, Missouri snow is no fun. Weather is so unpredictable too. I believe that because that's the way it was there when we were there. Two months, you didn't know if it was going to rain or snow or just be doggone cold. So that was my experience. I was done with that. I said, no more snow for me. Snow is, Kelly says, snow is overrated. You got that right. When I hear those songs, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. It's like, nope, I'm dreaming of a summer Christmas. No white Christmas for me. My cousin lives in South Carolina. She's like, I don't think I could adjust to 85 degrees on Christmas. I said, honey, that's all I wanted to adjust to. My first tour at Walter Reed, and I got an apartment, and I would always walk out of the apartment because it's warm in the apartment, it's warm in the hallway and everything. And I would get to the elevator and the door would open and then the cold would hit you in the face. And now it'll dawn on me, I don't have a jacket. So then I gotta go back to the apartment and get my coat. I was like, they can keep this. I was actually in DC when they had that huge, like 27 inches of snow in the early 80s. I was like, I was no, no, I don't even want to live like this. Then keep this. I'll deal with the rain and the occasional tornadoes, not tornadoes, hurricanes, but this snow is guaranteed to come every single year. May not be that much, but it's guaranteed to come every single year. So I said, forget that. So when it was time for me to get out, I couldn't wait to come back to South Florida and haven't looked back. And I try not to spend, I'm planning any vacations in anywhere where it's cold. And when I went to Paisley Park, I was really surprised that it was chilly there. I had crocheted a swancho by who? Oh, I can't think of the lady that did that pattern. I can see it in my head, but anyway, I had crocheted her swancho to wear. I wore that thing every single day. It was cold. For me, it was cold there. And I'm like, it's August. It's early August too. And it's chilly here. But of course, for them, that's their weather. But we were a little chilly. Yvette says, I love the snow and how it shows everything, how it slows everything down. Snuggle in and craft. And it also clears the air. Yeah, yeah, because it's quite crispy. That's nice. Yes, different strokes for different folks. That is definitely not my thing. I do not like that snow. I'll just watch it from the television and I'll be happy. As long as I don't have to go and shovel it and all that. Oh my goodness. No, you can keep that. You can keep it, keep it, keep it. Even when we went to Hawaii at night, it would be cooler. We went in May. And it was a little chill in the air. Not May recently, but when I went a bazillion years ago, we went in May, and at night it had a little chill in the air, but in the daytime it was in the 80s. It was perfect, like perfect weather. Beautiful. It's expensive to live in Hawaii though, because a lot of their stuff has to be imported in. So it's just like the islands. A lot of stuff is imported in. That's why the prices are so much higher than here. That's why you see when you go on a cruise, you see people that are taking cases of stuff over there, and it's like, wow, why? Then when you go into one of their stores, you know why? Because everything is so expensive. Oh, you had so much fun as a kid, so you look forward to it. Oh, you can't stay here in Chicago. We have days like that. I know I can't live in Chicago. I was just talking about that. Honey, I went there in January one year, and girl, that cold kicked my butt. made me a true believer in staying in Florida. I always wanted to go to Chicago. The thing that they have in Life in Chicago or something like, what is it called? Uh, but it was always around Essence, and my friends and I would go to New Orleans for Essence. Taste of Chicago, that's what it's called. I think it's Taste of Chicago. I've always wanted to go to that because I hear it's like a 2-week event or something like that. So that's what it's like. You, if it's 2 weeks, then you really don't know which day is the best day to go. And at the time, I didn't have anyone to give me good information on it, so I never went. But I do enjoy traveling. I like seeing other places and how different things are from one state to the next. I was born in Georgia, but I was raised in Florida, so I go to Georgia to visit family. But I am a Floridian, as far as I'm concerned. The only state I really know. Ooh, you paid $3 for a pint of milk in Hawaii? Woo, man, a pint. That's like that's little. Oh, it's only 3 days now, and it's oh. What happened? Why? What did they decide it was too costly, or hmm? You almost finished with the washcloth. Good for you, Yvette. I love the accomplishment of finishing something. I'm hoping I will finish this blanket though, for sure. It's been sitting around looking at me saying, "Finish me, hurry up, finish, finish, finish." It's so pretty. I just love these colors. The way the prices are going up now, we all gonna be paying that much money for stuff that used to be just like yarn. I remember when I started crocheting, it was easy. Go in there and get a whole bunch of yarn, dirt cheap. Not anymore. Even the Super Saver yarn used to be like, I think it used to be $1.99. Now it's like $2 or $3, $2.99, $3.99, something like that. I couldn't tell you. I haven't purchased that in a while. I have enough of it. Shh. Oh, oh, okay. So the your new mayor dropped it down to 3 days. Oh, Consuela finished the hat. Good for you. I want to see that hat. Um, I only have, I'm still have these two, but you can see how much of these two are left. But I have two full skeins, but I don't think it's going to need this much to finish this out. But it's not, I'll show you. That's how much is done. So the two skeins might be enough. I'm not sure. So hopefully I will get it done. I'm also working on a houndstooth pattern that I think I'm messing it up because I look at it and some rows look different from the other ones. So I think I'm turning my project the wrong way each time so it looks different. But you know what? I will not be pulling it out because that is a lot of work that I've already done. But it's supposed to be shorts, which I might not make it into shorts. I might just leave it as a skirt, but we'll see. See how I feel when I get to the length that I want it. And see if I just want to leave it as a skirt or do shorts. I'll probably do a skirt because it's hot in South Florida, and I think it'll breathe better as a skirt than it would as shorts. But I will see. It's I think her name is Skylar. I think that's the lady's name that I saw. She has a pattern for the houndstooth shorts. I like the way she does it because I like the way she carries the yarn um, with the houndstooth stitch, which was different from the way I've seen other people do it. That's why I think I watch so many YouTubers because everybody does things differently, and some make it a lot easier. The same stitch may be done differently, 5, 6 different ways. And you just find someone that did it the way you understood it, and those are the people you stick with. But oh, you saw the pattern, Kelly? Yeah, it's really cute. She was doing a top too, and I was like, I think I want to try that. I think it was like a starfish. I forgot what she called it, but it looks really really nice. I love watching her crochet. Get so many ideas, and I'm like Janetta DIY Creations. I see so many videos there, and I want to do that, and I want to do that, and I want to do that. That's why I have so many projects going. But these are projects that I started on my own, but I still every time I see something, I want to do something. Oh, my other thing I'm working on is another cardigan, but this time I want to make it a longer cardigan than my other cardigans, because I like to wear things longer. So I have a cardigan, I have this blanket, I have the shorts, and I'm working on a motif shawl. I'm not a motif, a Mobus shawl. So I got lots of things to do. Get them done, get them done. And I did some chokers. I'm thinking about maybe I'll put some beads on them, make them a little more snazzier, but that'll just be something else on my list of things to do. I always have something to do. I'm trying to think, is there something else that I was working on? I can't remember. Cannot remember. I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. But I know for a fact those 4 things that I'm working on. This one, the shawl, the shorts, and the cardigan. Because even though we're in South Florida, because most places run the air conditioning 24/7, like myself, it gets chillier, so I always carry a sweater or one of my crochet cardigans with me. And like if I have to go into the doctor's office or the dentist's office, my dentist's office is like feels like Alaska in there some days. But and I think that's why I used to have blankets all over the house too, but I don't know what I think I must have donated, given my blankets away to other people. Let me see. Yep, Lion Brand ice cream. Kelly, yes, it's ice cream grape yarn. Yes, that's the color. You got what pattern are you using for cardigan? Um, what's her name? Bag a Day Crochet, the one that she did for the men's cardigan. That's the pattern that I'm using, and I have I think I made seven 7 or 8 of those of cardigans using her pattern. Um, last Not last year, the year before. So that's the one I'll be using to make this cardigan. I'm just going to make it longer than what she made it. It's a I won't say it's a quick pattern, but it's an easy pattern. You know, it's a long, tedious thing. You know, back and forth, back and forth. That's why it takes me a while because I get tired of going back and forth, doing the same thing over and over and over again. So that's why I'm always starting something else because I need to change what I'm doing and do something more interesting than what I have been doing. So that is why I have so many projects going on at one time. Just keeps me from getting bored with stuff, looking at the same colors. I get tired of looking at the same colors sometimes, and then that's what I like about this is that it changes colors. So when I'm like, oh, I'm still on this purple, and then boom, before you know it, you're back on the white again. I really do love the Super Saver ombre yarn. Oh, I love the colors. Just love, love, love those colors. I'm gonna. I was thinking about using her cardigan pattern and making a sweater dress with it, but I'm in South Florida. Unless I plan to go somewhere where it's cold. Well, I won't say cold. I would say cool because you don't want to wear that when it's cold. I mean, you can still wear it. I used to have a sweater dress when I was in the army. I loved that thing. Loved it. But as it was said, knitting is a lot better for garments because definitely knitting will keep you a lot warmer than the crochet garments will. But I don't knit, as I said, don't have any plans of knitting. This is enough for me. I just want to do some more patterns and learn some more stitches. Um, but I don't like doing a lot of counting. So I try to keep my stuff as simple as possible. Might do a lot of rows, but when I have to count, like, I don't like doing a long pattern that requires me to switch stitches a lot frequently. Um, when I started doing that Mobus, that was the pattern originally was to do, I think, single crochet, half crochet. Let me see, a single crochet, half double, double, and then you alternate, something like that. I was like, nope, won't be doing that. I might do the first round like that, but the rounds after that are going to be all double crochets because I'm going to forget and I refuse to frog something because I missed a stitch here or there. And if you don't pay attention, you end up doing a whole lot of frogging, and I hate doing that. Hate it, hate it, hate it. So other than that, what else you ladies do for fun? I don't even know what fun is anymore. Been in the house for so long. I used to go hang out. You know, my girlfriends and I would get together and at least once a month thing have a nice lunch or dinner together, or if nothing else, celebrate somebody's birthday. But I don't know when I'll ever be going back to a restaurant, even though they're opening them up and trying to keep social distancing and stuff. But right now, that is not at the top of my mind. All righty, Vet. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Let me see. You know how many more skeins are you gonna do it yet? Let me see. Your Instagram, right? I'll tag you and you'll get it. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, I'm on Instagram. Gigi the Crochet Queen, same thing. I'm on Instagram. Oh, that yarn is pretty. Name of it, please. Oh, this is oh, someone, oh, she replied back to you. The Lion Brand ice cream, great. Thank you, Kelly, for telling her that. Let me see. Okay. All right. I think I saw everybody's thing. So I guess I am just about talked out. And let me see, I think that's it. That's about it. So I'll be uploading some videos throughout the week, and I hope you all will watch. And I think that is all I have for tonight. I appreciate you all for coming in and chit-chatting with me. And if you all don't have anything else, you all have a good evening or good afternoon. Let me see. California is still, well, it's evening now in California too, I guess. So until my next time, I again appreciate you all for coming and joining and chatting with me. Enjoy whatever you are creating, and I look forward to seeing the hats and let me see, was it the hat and something else that someone said they're working on from one of my patterns. Okay. Have a good night, ladies, gents. Thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.